to your How to Transform Your Inner Critic into Your Inner Cheerleader Without User Therapy online workshop. My name's Alexis. I am your coach and your host for today. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. So in this workshop, we're going to be learning all about the 3 steps to let go of limiting beliefs and negative energy. So basically the stuff that keeps you stuck and trapped, and that's really, really holding you back in life. So what I invite you to do as you're jumping on, type in your name and where you're tuning in from, as well as why did you sign up for this workshop? Where did you find it? And what is one thing that you want to learn from it? So let's get into it. All right. So I'm super, super excited to have you here. And what I invite you to do is just take a moment to reflect upon yourself and ask yourself, are you ready to change your life? Because this is what this workshop is all about. I created this workshop because this was something that I really, really struggled with in the past. And it's something that I've invested heavily in myself in, and it's what I coach my clients on. So I want to know right now, are you ready to change your life? And by that, I mean, are you ready to take the red pill or the blue pill? Now, who's seen The Matrix? Type in Matrix if you've seen The Matrix. In this workshop, it is an interactive workshop. So I will be inviting you to type in the chat box to interact with myself as well as the rest of the group. And if you would like to, you can most definitely jump off mute and come on the camera if you want to, and then answer the questions. And so we can have a bit of a conversation. Otherwise, type in the chat box. There'll be loads of interaction along the way. Matrix, Matrix, Matrix. And changing your negative self-talk. I love it. I love it. Welcome. Oh my God, we've got people from all around the world here. I am from Australia, if you can't tell by my accent, just in case you're wondering where I'm from. And I'm currently living in sunny Barcelona, where it's summertime here. So it's super beautiful. All right. So Matrix, Matrix, Matrix. Now, what do I mean by this? So in the Matrix, Neo, the main character, has a choice whether or not to take the red pill or the blue pill. Now, the red pill means he's ready and raring to go. And when he takes the red pill, it means that there's no turning back. It means that he's about to receive an unbelievable amount of information that's going to literally change his life. But if he doesn't take the red pill and he takes the blue pill, then that means that his life doesn't change and he's not ready to receive new information. So type in red pill if you are ready and raring to go and you are ready to receive information that's literally going to change your life, right? Because we want to see loads of people that want to take the red pill, red pill, red pill, red pill, and that are ready to change your life, because that's what this is all about. And I want to make sure that I'm not wasting your time and you are literally here because you want to change your life. You're literally here because you're ready, willing, and able to change, and you're raring to go and you want to change. Red pill, red pill. Amazing. I'm seeing loads of red pills. I love you guys. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, so what I want to tell you is that you absolutely deserve to give this gift to yourself. So what I invite you to do now, if you haven't already, grab a notebook and a pen so you can take loads of notes as we go along. Put your phone on flight mode or turn off all distractions so you can really, really ensure that you're here and you have the space to receive this information that you're about to receive, that you're about to receive. I said receive like so many times in that sentence. And make sure that you do stay to the end for your special gift, because I will be offering at the end. Also, just so we don't have any hiccups along the way, could everyone please put yourselves on mute until I invite you to come off mute, just so that way we can ensure that we're being respectful of everyone and everyone can hear me loud and clear. Does that sound good? Yes? Yes? Hey, welcome from Sydney. Beautiful. Okay, so this workshop is essentially teaching you how to let go, right? And I want to show you how letting go can change your life. Oh my God, Alison, you are like gold star to you. You're amazing. Okay, so here is it's not even a testimonial. It was a comment that someone left on my page. And it was basically talking about how I helped one of my clients, Jodie Lee, who is actually a therapist, a rapid transformational therapist. And she was having massive money issues. So basically her story was she was a ranger, I think that's what they call it. Anyway, she looked after I've been out of Australia for so long, I can't even remember the name, national parks in Australia. And what she wanted to do was she wanted to transition to being a therapist full time. But she was freaking out because in the previous 2 weeks before working with her, she wasn't getting new clients, right? So basically, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Please write that down. First golden nugget, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So what you're experiencing in your outer world is just a reflection of your beliefs and what's going on, not just in here, but also in here. So in your heart and in your head. So what we uncovered was that she had massive money blocks. She had massive limiting money blocks, limiting beliefs around money and around abundance that we were able to shift and clear. And as you can see here, this was so beautiful. I love this so much. We were able to clear decades of poverty consciousness and blocks. Now, how and why does this work so well? Well, it's because what happens is we as children, we don't just absorb our parents' beliefs and negative energy, but this honestly goes back seven generations backwards and 7 generations forwards. So whatever you don't clear for yourself, all your trauma, all your negative beliefs, all your childhood inner wounds, etc., you don't clear for yourself, you will pass on to your children and your children's children's children, right? So everything is all interlinked and everything is all connected. So what we were able to do was not just clear her pain, but we were able to clear it so she wasn't going to pass that on to her children. And what I invite you to do is take a minute to think about that for a second. What beliefs do you have that you know you inherited or you imprinted from your parents? Type in a yes right now if you know that you've inherited beliefs from your parents or imprinted beliefs from your parents. Oh, definitely. Yes. I'm seeing like massive yeses, right? So this is why this work is so incredibly important, because it doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone in your family backwards and forwards. And what's also really super interesting about this is if you do the work on yourself, then you are improving the relationships around you. Because like I said, your outer world is a reflection of what? Your inner world, right? So you can be in a relationship with someone and they don't necessarily have to do the work. But if you do the inner work on yourself, your relationships will automatically change because we're all connected. It's like we're all interconnected by a cobweb. And even if you're on this side of the cobweb and the other person's on this side of the cobweb, if you do the work on yourself, what happens is the person that, because we're all interconnected, we're all part of consciousness, right? The other person on the other side of the cobweb that we haven't seen for years, that lives on the other side of the world, will be able to feel it. Right? And so that changes your relationship, because what you're doing is you're raising your vibration, you're raising your consciousness, you're raising your energy levels, and that immediately shifts the energy between both of you. And I'll give you a key example of this, and because I'm super passionate about this, and this has come up so recently in the work that I've been doing with my clients around relationships and attracting magnetic relationships. So we're all connected. So every single person that you meet, every single person that you have a relationship, whether it be an intimate relationship or a friendship or whatever, you share a bond. It's like an energetic bond between both of you. That's why sometimes you think about someone and they call or they'll message, or you bump into them on the street, because we're all energetically connected. That's why you can send good vibes to someone or you can send negative vibes to someone and they'll still feel it in some way, shape or form, right? Now, who's ever experienced this? Type a yes if you have experienced this. So who's ever experienced a point whereby you've been in a relationship and you've decided, you know what, enough's enough, I've had it, I want to cut the cord, I want to cut the energetic cord, or I just really want to let that person go. And then the moment that you decide that you want to let that person go, all of a sudden they appear back in your life and they want you back, or they do all the things that you always wanted them to do, right? I can start to see some yeses on the screen. Now, why and how does this work? It's because we're all connected. And because what happens is when you let someone go, when you decide to cut that energetic cord, when you decide that you want to shift your energy and you want to release that energy, the energy between you, they feel it. And they start to, and it feels empty. So all of a sudden they're like, oh my God, something's changed. Something's changed. So I need to do something to get that person back into my life, because they're used to that relationship between you, whether it be healthy or toxic, it doesn't matter. They're used to that energy between you, right? I can hear a bit of background noise. Can everyone please just check if you're on mute, please? Thank you. Okay. So this is the power of letting go. And this doesn't just apply to relationships, which I'm about to go through. So I want to ensure that I'm very, very respectful of you, because I want you to know that I absolutely love you and I adore you, and I hope you can feel my love. And I really, really respect you and value you and your time. So I want to ensure that you're in the right place. Okay. So this workshop is for you. If you are stuck on the hamster wheel of overthinking, fear of judgment, not good enoughness, unworthiness, can't do it, overwhelmed, stuck, blocked, trapped, or lost. If you are stuck on this hamster wheel, then this workshop is definitely for you and you are in the right place. So type in hamster wheel if you are experiencing any of these emotions or you're going through any of this. And also type in hamster wheel if this resonates with you. Hamster wheel, I've never seen people type hamster wheel so fast. You are definitely all in the right place. I love this. Okay, so what I want to tell you right now, and this is to empower you, not to hinder you, is that the only thing that's stopping you from being, doing, and having what you want is you, right? The only thing that's stopping you from being, doing, and having what you want is you. So what I invite you to do now is type in the chat box, what are you holding yourself back from? This is where you can get to start. This is where you can get to reflect and be really honest and self-aware with yourself and ask yourself, what are you actually holding yourself back from? Owning your own business. Amazing. Babe, thank you for sharing. Being afraid to stand up for yourself. I love that. Andrea, well done. This is where you get to feel empowered, guys, because this is where it starts. The first step is self-awareness, and the second step is actually claiming it, because when you name it, you claim it, right? Letting go of the past. Lovely. So what's letting go of the past stopping you from having, being, and doing, right? So think about the end result. Like, what is the end result that you actually want? Do you want more abundance? Do you want to have a loving relationship? Do you want to have an amazing law degree? Do you want to have selling my photos and having good income? Awesome. Do you want to do what you love and monetize that? Future success, adventure. Ooh, publishing a scientific journal. Nice. Amazing, amazing. Okay, great. So, living in another city. Amazing. Away from everyone. Oh my God, I totally get you. I live in Barcelona. I'm from Brisbane. I'm literally on the other side of the world to my home. Old home. But I'm loving it. All right. So this is incredible that you've actually now have the awareness that the only thing that's stopping you from having, being, and doing what you want is you. So let's dive deep into this. All right, let's go into the reality of what's actually stopping you, right? Cutting out people who keep me low. Oh my God, lovely. I have a how to break the pattern of toxic relationships masterclass as well that I also do. Type in toxic relationships if you would like to watch that, because I can see a lot of relationship type comments in the chat box. And toxic relationships. Brilliant. Can you please also, so if you do want to access this masterclass, can you please private message me your email? So that way I can ensure that we send you an invite to it. Beautiful. So what you do is in the chat box, instead of sending it to everyone, send it to me, Alexis. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Okay. All right. So reality of what's stopping you is you. And this is how it works, right? So if we think of an outcome that we want, so I want everyone to get super clear now, type in the chat box and also write this down in a notebook. What is the ideal outcome that you want? And generally speaking, there are 4 main categories of things, of goals that people want. So it's health, wealth, purpose, and relationships, right? Thank you, guys. I can see your emails coming through. Amazing. All right. So out of those 4 categories, type in what category you want to focus on, right? Health, wealth, purpose, or relationships. Type it in the chat box. When you name it, you claim it. So let's start declaring. Beautiful. Amazing. All right. Now, out of those categories, select one ideal outcome that you would like. What is an ideal outcome that you would like, right? So this is where you get to get really super granular, and the more specific you are about the ideal outcome that you want, the easier it is to actually attain. Okay, so it could be making 10K plus a month doing what I absolutely love, right? I'm going to demonstrate to you and show you something that I had in the past, right? So my ideal outcome was a 365-day beach body. Why? Because I used to have massive, massive, massive body shame. And right now, you can do this right now. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook at Transform with Alexis, which is why it's on every slide of this PowerPoint. And I used to absolutely hate the way I looked, and I didn't even like myself, let alone my body. So that's why I'm so passionate about self-love. And I had massive health issues, but we'll go into that later. So my ideal outcome was I wanted to have a 365-day beach body. Why? Because for me, that represented me actually really loving my body enough to get into a bikini any day of the year. Right? So it's about the relationship that I had with myself and my body. Now, in order to actually achieve that, what actions did I have to take? And this is the second thing. So now that you've written down your outcome, right? Write down what actions do you think you need to take to actually achieve that outcome. So for me, it was nourishing my body with the right food, so having the right diet and exercising, right? So what actions do you need to take to achieve your outcome, to achieve your ideal result? Share it in the chat box, write it down in your notebook. Okay. Amazing, amazing. Beautiful. I can see your comments coming in. All right. So now that you've got your actions, then think about it. So what kind of mindset do you need to have in order for you to effectively carry out those actions? What kind of mindset do you have? And what a mindset means is, and please write this down, is your energy, your emotions, and your beliefs. And beliefs are basically stories that we tell ourselves, right? Like, I can do it or I can't do it. That's just a story you tell yourself. And you can always rewrite your story and give yourself a happy ending. So what mindset do you need to have in order for you to take those actions? Now, this is an example of a negative mindset. So if you have the mindset that it's hard to lose weight, so the beliefs, the stories that it's hard to lose weight, then how on earth are you going to effectively follow the right diet and stay to a diet and exercise consistently, right? It's going to be pretty much next to impossible. Or you do the 3-week thing. Type in 3 weeks if you've done this before, where you're like, yeah, I love this. I'm going to try a new habit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get up early, whatever it is. You do it really, really well for 3 weeks, and then, or even a week, and then all of a sudden, done. Like, for whatever reason, you self-sabotage and you go back to what you used to do. I can see people writing 3 weeks, right? It's because you don't have the right mindset. You don't have the right energy. You don't have the right emotions. You don't have the right beliefs / stories, okay? So this is where we get to go underneath the covers and start to deep dive into what are you actually believing about yourself to be true that's affecting your ability to take the right actions to achieve the outcome that you actually want, right? So underneath the mindset is the emotions. Okay, so emotions are part of the mindset, but I really, really want to clarify and get granular with this, because this is what underlies the exact reason why you're not able to achieve what you want to achieve. So write emotions down in your notebook, and then write out or type in the chat box, what are the emotions that you're hanging onto that's keeping you in this state of mind, that's keeping you in this mindset. So in my analogy here, in my story, hard to lose weight, emotions underlying that is sadness, guilt, and shame. So if you think about it, how can you take positive action, have a positive mindset if you're feeling these low vibration negative emotions? Type a yes if this is resonating with you. It is pretty much impossible to achieve the outcomes that you desire, which are always high vibrational outcomes. They're positive outcomes, right? If you're feeling these low vibration emotions. Because so remember, we spoke about the spider web, we spoke about being connected. Now I want to dive deep into vibration, right? So vibration is essentially vibration comes from emotions, right? So what are emotions? Emotions are energy in motion. It's what Joe Dispenza always says. So So type this in the chat box or write this down. Emotions are just energy in motion. So when you are vibrating at low vibe emotion, so sadness, guilt, shame, fear, anger, then what you're going to attract based on the law of attraction and like attracts like is more situations, people, places, and circumstances that also vibrate at those low emotions. Okay? But if what you're wanting is up here, you're wanting amazing relationship, to look incredible, to feel incredible, to have the confidence to be able to successfully start or make your business successful, they're pretty high vibe emotions, right? Because in order for you to do that, you need to feel pretty damn good about yourself. You need to feel confident, you need to feel happy, you need to feel joy, you need to feel love. So they're up here. They're high vibe emotions. So how can you achieve what you want here if you're feeling this way down here? Right? So this is what this is going to be all about. Who's excited? Type in excited if you're excited. Okay. Excited. Yes. All right. So if you don't actually work on this, if you don't do the work, then this is what happens. Imagine that your limiting beliefs, the story that you're telling yourself, is a weed and your garden is your life. What happens if you don't pull out a weed? Well, it grows into the entire garden. It affects every area of your life. It becomes a domino effect. So there's 3 root cause beliefs. Please write this down. This is a golden nugget. There's 3 root cause beliefs that everybody has to some certain extent, right? But root cause beliefs, what I mean by that is if you dive deep enough, it comes down to one of these 3 beliefs. First belief, I am not good enough. I am not good enough. Type in not good enough if you have this belief. Pretty much guarantee you everyone's going to type this in. Second belief, either it's this same thing, but I'm going to word it differently. I don't fit in, or I don't belong, or I'm different. Third belief, I can't have what I want, or what I want is not available to me. It means the same thing. Right? So your root cause beliefs are the roots of this weed that's in your garden, okay, that's in your life. So it doesn't matter how much work you do on yourself, affirmations, journaling, whatever, if you don't actually identify what is your root cause belief, then it's going to be very, very, very hard to change your mindset. So I want to share with you, okay, so the 3, I am not good enough, I'm different, or I don't belong, or I don't fit in. And the last one, I can't have what I want, or whatever I want is not available to me. If you want to learn more about this, on my Instagram, I actually have, I think I did it as a reel. It's like a kind of like a PowerPoint of these 3 beliefs and more information about that. So jump into my Instagram later on, not now, because otherwise you'll miss this, and then scroll down through my feed and you'll be able to see, it's like kind of like a slideshow reel of this, of the beliefs. All right. Okay, so I want to share with you my struggle and how I got to where I am and why I'm doing this for you right now, because this is very, very close to my heart. This is something that I'm super, super passionate about. This is why, right? So remember how I spoke about the 4 areas of your life? I was a mess, a red hot mess, and not in a good way with all these 4 areas of my life. My health was in shambles. I had massive body shame, which I already told you about. And I was very sick and very depressed. So I was type of health, if you resonate with any of these health issues. Okay, so massive anxiety, headaches, migraines, severe asthma. So I was taking my puffer up to 12 times a day, which is a lot. Bronchitis or colds and flus, like literally bronchitis is like an onset to pneumonia. Bronchitis is it's kind of like COVID, to be honest. Bronchitis is when you have like the racking heavy coughs. So I used to get that every 3 months without fail. I had really, really horrible skin. I had bad acne, hives, rashes. I was anemic. I had nausea, gassy, bloating, vomiting. I wasn't bulimic, but I was like, I love food, but I was just like, I always felt really, really awful. Massive stomach cramps. And for me, I think probably the worst thing of all, I can say this with a laugh now because like I don't have any of these health issues anymore, was I would have heavy painful AF periods that would go on for months on end. Now, this was the crappy thing about all of this, right? I had all of these issues and I was going to the doctors, hospitals, all sorts of different healing, gynecologists, literally like so many scans, cancer scares, like breast, cervical, like you name it, right? And no one could tell me what was wrong with me. No one could tell me what was wrong with me. Why? Because everything is linked to emotion. And that's what like doctors in the Western world, they diagnose us with medication. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because we absolutely do need that. But what I'm saying is that my root cause of my health issues wasn't the presenting problem. Please write this down. Health issues are a manifestation of the problem. They're just symptoms of the problem. Health issues are just symptoms of the problem. It's not the actual problem. If you have health issues, it's because you have negative or stuck energy in your body or in your field. And what I mean by field, it's your aura, so you have a field of energy around your body. And what happens is we store stories, so positive or negative energy, right? Stories, beliefs, it's all the same thing. It's basically energy, positive or negative energy in your physical body and in your field, and it gets stuck. And the more negative energy that gets stuck that you don't release, it transforms into illness. Like, type a yes if that resonated with you, if you're like, oh my God. Okay, so those are my health issues. Wealth, I can see massive yeses, amazing. Wealth, I was on 6-figure salary, corporate banking. I work for hey, if you're from Australia, I work for Commonwealth Bank. In debt, no assets. Like, I had no idea where the money was going. Relationships, I had a string of toxic relationships, which is why I'm also passionate about talking about toxic relationships. I felt completely unloved, and I was in abusive, toxic, unhealthy relationships, one after another, because I was seeking love, attention, validation, and respect from outside of me, not realizing that I needed to cultivate that from within. I also hated what I was doing. I wasn't making a difference. And for me, one of my values is making a difference. So I was miserable and feeling completely unfulfilled, even though on the outside, I looked like I had everything, right? I had amazing job, always in a relationship, amazing friends, family. No, unhappy AF. Yeah, and I felt like no one would love me. Absolutely. Meg, I totally get you. So, and as you can see by that photo, like I was 20, 21 when I think I was 21 when I took that photo. Look at that versus now. I have zero health issues, never looked and felt better, ridiculous amount of energy. I used to have chronic fatigue, and look at my skin. I look like this every day. It's freaking amazing. I love it so much. This work honestly changes every single aspect of your life. Type excited if you're excited by this. So amazing. Okay. So let's dive deep into your desires, because step number 1, you've chronic fatigue. Girl, we got to talk. Okay. Step number 1 is you need to get crystal clear about what your desire is and set an energetic declaration, set an energetic intention out into the universe. This isn't woo-woo stuff. This isn't just spiritual talk. This is real stuff, guys, because every single thing that exists in real life, cars, whatever, it all started with a thought and idea, and that thought or idea started off with an intention and started off with a desire. So let's get crystal clear on your desire, okay? Type into the chat box what your desire is. So what started my journey, right, was that I decided enough was enough and I wanted to freaking change my life. So I got really clear on what desires I had. So remember, these are the 4 areas of your life. So I wanted an amazing relationship where I felt loved, valued, respected, and appreciated, but not just a relationship. I wanted all my relationships, family, friends, work colleagues, significant other. I wanted all my relationships to be like this, where I felt loved, valued, respected, and appreciated. Remember, everything comes down to emotions. It's all about how you feel, okay? So I want to feel good. Oh my God, you're getting it. I love it. This is amazing. Tap into how you want to feel, Allison. So if you want to recover from chronic fatigue, what do you want? Do you want to be full of energy? Do you want to feel vibrant? Do you want to feel like an Energizer bunny? Like, what is it for you? Get crystal clear on how you want to feel. Yes, I love this. All right. So purpose, I wanted to feel passion fulfilled, making a difference, doing what I love. And now for being me. Right? I'm massive about authenticity and powerful vulnerability. Then financial freedom. I wanted to have peace of mind and travel and do whatever the F I wanted. And then last thing, I wanted vibrant health because I did not have vibrant health. I wanted to be full of energy, confidently rocking a 365-day beach bod. And I can honestly say for the last, I think it's going on 5 years now, I've had this. Loads of energy, rocking a 365-day beach bod with great skin. Love it. Amazing, amazing. I love what you guys are saying. Okay, so if you're typing low vibe negative things, catch yourself, get really self-aware with this and flip it, right? So if you've typed in something, let's see what else. If you've typed in something that's like anxiety, etc., what's the opposite of that, right? Peace of mind. So you want to feel peaceful, confident, happy, light, free. Always aim for, your desire is to feel something positive, okay? Not to not feel something negative. Amazing. Confident and love myself. I love that. How's it going to make you feel? Happy, brave, courage. Beautiful. I love it. Well done, guys. Okay. So now you know that, now you understand what triggered my journey. So this is what I did. I became obsessed. I became absolutely obsessed with wanting and needing to learn, how do I change limiting beliefs? Because I knew that at the end of the day, this all came down to limiting beliefs, right? So I, over 10 years, more than that, 13 years of learning and training, and over 60K I invested in myself. Life coaching, hypnosis, NLP, energy, like you can see on the screen, and loads more, like a ridiculous amount of courses. I am literally a course whore. I will buy every single course, work with loads of different coaches because I want to learn as much as possible. I'm like a sponge. I love learning. I'm always learning because I want it to help my clients and I want it to help me. Like my friends find this super weird. I very rarely listen to music because I'm always listening to something that I can learn from. Like for me, that's my music. Okay. So this is what I wanted to do. I was facing the wall of I don't know how. So I was like, what can I learn in order to get over this damn wall? So this is what I learned the hard way, because I want to tell you this because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I made. Now, remember how we spoke about, root cause beliefs, and we spoke about energy. When you do things on a conscious level, right? When you journal or, do affirmations, like when you do those things consciously, or go to counseling or go to talk therapy. I went to counseling for years, psychologists, psychotherapists. I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong, but what I'm saying is if you're just talking about your emotions, if you're just talking about your feelings, you're just talking about events, there's two issues with that. One of the issues is that you're recreating the past and you're recreating the familiar. If you're spending every single week talking about your problems, even to your family or friends or whatever, what are you doing? Like literally, what are you doing? Are you raising your vibe or are you lowering your vibe? Type in the chat box, what's your answer? Are you raising your vibe or are you lowering your vibe? I'm not saying we can't talk about our problems, but what I'm saying, yeah, exactly, we're lowering our vibe. But what I'm saying is literally those kind of things, like just listening to affirmations, just talking about your problems, lowering, is you're lowering your vibration. And remember, you can't achieve what you want if you're in a low vibe state. What this is the equivalent of mowing the grass. You feel better for a little bit, and then guess what happens? The grass is going to grow back, because you're not actually pulling out the weed. You're literally mowing the grass. And we actually don't remember things. Our memories are based on our beliefs and our perceptions, right? So it's like, this is why jury cases are very, very, very subjective, because if someone says to you, hey, remember that time, blah, 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 and you don't actually remember it, and you're like, oh yeah, I do remember it. What you're doing is you're creating that memory. So we create memories. So if you're always diving deep into, okay, so what was the story? What was the event? Like what happened to you that made you feel this way? Then A, you're going to be lowering your vibe, and B, you're actually going to be recreating that memory that may or may not have occurred because it's subjective. You're going to be creating something, creating a story, another story in your head that's going to justify how you're feeling. Like, does that resonate with you? And at the end of the day, you're still lowering a vibration, right? So if you're constantly bitching to your friends about, or venting to your friends about your life as it is, then how are you going to be, do, and have what you want? Okay, so this comes down to the work of the troll. So welcome to the troll, aka your inner critic. That was the photo, the shadow photo on the right is your inner critic. That's your troll. That was the non-scariest, non-cutest photo I could find of a troll. It's like those toys, you know, when like growing up, those like toys with like crazy colored hair. Anyway, so your troll's job is to keep you safe. Your troll is your inner critic. So let's just call your inner critic your troll. Why? Okay, because your mind, your brain, your ego, your inner critic, your troll, their job is to keep you safe. Their job is to protect you. How does this work? So in your childhood or in your past, or even from a belief that you've imprinted upon yourself, that you've absorbed from your family or friends or TV or whatever, you created this belief. So let's say you're 3 years old. I'll give you one of my examples. So I was, I don't know, I think I was about 5 years old, and I absolutely love to draw. I'm a pretty creative person. I love color. And I made a drawing for my grandma, and I was like super happy, super proud of it. And my grandma literally just went, huh, and then put it underneath something and then walked away. And I was so gutted. And I took that to mean that I wasn't good enough. But not just I wasn't good enough. I took that to mean, to me, it created that belief, the story, that nothing I did would ever be good enough. Right? So what happens when you develop a belief at a very early age, or you imprint or you absorb a belief? Well, that shitty negative energy gets stuck in your body and in your field. B is what happens is then you start to create patterns, unhealthy patterns of behavior, to prevent you from ever feeling that way, that hurt, that pain ever again. So then you start to self-sabotage. Then you become a perfectionist. Then your inner critic goes on loudspeaker, and every time you try and do something, it's like, oh, you're not good enough, and oh, no one's gonna like it, and oh, give up, don't even try anyway, and oh, it's not perfect, it's gonna be amazing, right? And oh, don't even finish things. So type a yes if any of those things resonate with you. And literally that's what's stopping and blocking you. But it's literally your mind, your brain, your ego thinking, hey, I don't want you to ever feel hurt again, because when you were 3, this happened to you. So I'm going to protect you and keep you safe. So you never actually try to do the things that you want to do. Because if you do and someone tells you that it's not good enough, then you're going to feel pain again. So we're going to keep you safe. So you're literally a child version of yourself living in an adult version of yourself. Welcome. It's like, what? No, I don't want that. So, and okay, now I'm going to talk about the science side of things. All right, type this in. RAS, capitals, RAS. This stands for your RAS, your reticular activating system. Awesome. RAS, reticular activating system. Okay, this is the best diagram I could find of this. Reticular activating system is a bundle of neurons, a bundle of nerves that sits at the top of your spinal cord, right? Your spinal column. And this is your antenna. This is your filter. So what it does, so like, you know, the antennas that bugs have. So it like picks up on all the things in your outside world, your surroundings, your awareness, the world around you. And it picks up on all the things that you need to that are important to you based on what you believe in. Okay, so everything comes down to beliefs. Everything comes down to your stories, right? Now, how does this work? We're going to do a quick exercise. Everyone close your eyes. Okay, with your eyes closed, say this out loud or in your head, doesn't matter. Tell me 5 things in the room that are brown. Eyes closed. Okay, now open your eyes. Can you find more than 5 things in your room that are brown? Type a yes if you can. Why can you find more things in your room that are brown now? It's because you were looking for it. Exactly. Because your antenna, your Raz, wait, hold on. Let's start looking for all the things in a room that are brown, right? So your Raz, your antenna, is attached to your senses. So what you see, what you feel, what you hear, and what you taste. So you will only pick up on the things that are important to you if you're conscious and aware of it. And if you're looking for it, your 4 senses out of the 5 senses, that's what your Raz does, based on what you're looking for, right? So yes, amazing. Yeah, I was a massive Tony Robbins fan. So Tony Robbins is how I learned about Raz. So think about it this way. If you're focused on what you don't have, if you're focused on talking about your problems, your limiting beliefs, about, you're venting about this is why talk therapy, I'm not a fan of talk therapy, I'll be honest, right? If you're constantly talking about your venting, your bitching, whatever, what is your Raz going to pick up? All the crappy things in life, right? So your Raz, negative energy, yes, absolutely. So your Raz, remember, is your antenna, it's your filter. Now, how does this work? Okay, so your brain is a little bit archaic and it picks up on about 40 bits of information per second. That's your conscious mind. I'm not calling you stupid. I'm just explaining to you that our conscious mind is not that evolved, but our subconscious mind, what sits below the surface, where a lot of our subconscious beliefs are, picks up on 40 million bits of information per second. Isn't that crazy, right? But that's a lot of information. I'm pretty sure that we would go into overwhelm and brain close down mode if we were picking up on so much information around our surroundings. Have you ever been out with someone and you notice something that they don't notice? Type a yes if you have. You're like, oh, I noticed that guy over there, or that color over there, or whatever, right? And they're like, I didn't even see that. What are you talking about? It's because their antenna wasn't picking up on that, because it wasn't important to them, because they weren't looking for it. Their subconscious mind, absolutely, but not their conscious mind, not their Raz, right? So this is where you get to train and rewire yourself so your Raz starts to pick up on the things that you want to actually pick up on. Because let me tell you right now, all the opportunities that you want are right in front of you, but your Raz is not attuned to seeing it. And this goes down to how you feel and what you believe. Okay, so I'm going to dive deep into explaining what conscious, subconscious, and energy means. Please take notes. This is the super important part of this workshop. All right, what I learned the hard way over 10 years is that there's 3 levels that you need in order for you to be able to change, right? Conscious is affirmations, journaling, talk therapy, what else? Counseling, all that kind of stuff. Counseling is talk therapy. Conscious is you sitting here going right now, yeah, I want to have an amazing relationship. I know that I attract toxic relationships. That's conscious, right? And you can do all the conscious work you want. Remember, the conscious work is equivalent of what? Mowing the grass. It's going to grow back. Subconscious is getting down to not quite the root, but it's like weed killer, right? So it kind of kills it, but it's probably going to grow back. So subconscious is getting down to, okay, when I was 3 years old, this event happened to me. So it's getting down to where did this crappy belief come from? How do you get to subconscious level? Deep meditation, sometimes journaling, if you have a really amazing coach, or hypnosis. Hypnosis is super quick down to get to the subconscious level, because it's unearthing feelings, thoughts, beliefs, emotions, stories, events that you don't consciously remember, right? 3rd level, energy, emotions, which is energy in motion, right? It is identifying where the hell is this negative stuck energy in your body and in your field. 3 levels. Super, super important. How do you get rid of whatever crappy belief is plaguing you in your life? You need to pull out the root. What is at the bottom of the root? Energy. Release, shift, or transform the energy. Okay, so my end result. Remember how I said I hated my body and had massive body shame and I was super, super sick? This is me. This video was like, when was this? I took this in April, Easter. Actually, a friend took it of me and then I turned it into real. Go onto my Instagram to see it. Okay, so end result of my transformation was obviously like I look vastly different. I feel vastly different. I'm doing work that I love and I'm helping and making a difference and I'm helping people, gorgeous people that I love and adore like you. What was also a big part of my transformation is being able to help incredible people. This is one of my clients. Her name is Tina Brigley. She is a TEDx speaker, as you can see, a famous coach. She was featured in Thrive Global, top 10 coaches to help you thrive in 2021. You know who else is on this list? Incredible. Marie Forleo and Tony Robbins. So she is incredible. She's one of my clients. So you can jump onto, actually, I am working on my YouTube channel. So you can check out some of the interviews on there or on my Facebook. I'll be properly uploading them very shortly. And so I get to help amazing clients like her step into being more of herself. And what I really, 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 really help people do is love yourself, express yourself, be yourself, trust yourself, and heal and let go of what's no longer serving you so you can really follow your intuition, your heart, your soul, and live a life of alignment and magnetically attract the love and relationships that you desire, because relationships for me is massive. All right. So I want you to know that it is not your fault that you are currently in the predicament that you're in, the situation that you're in. And hey, everything happens for a reason, which is why we're all here. What you need to have is a knowledge, support, vibration, remember, beliefs, thoughts, and methods to be able to do things the easy way, right? And if you've been doing things the hard way, it's probably what's landed you here. Okay, so 3 steps to letting go. Ready? Grab a notebook and a pen. You're going to need it. All right, so I'm going to break down the 3 steps. I'm going to break down how do you unpack the conscious, the subconscious, and the energy, right? Step number 1, you need to find the story, right? That's the conscious level. Remember, talk therapy. Step 2, subconscious, identify the event. Where the hell did this come from? Step 3, energy, release the emotion, because you need to release this to make space to receive what you want. All right. Step 1, find the story. Okay, so what's the pattern? Set the intention and change the ending. I'm going to share, I'm massive into powerful vulnerability because A, I find it sexy AF, and B, it's the only way to be authentic, is to be truly powerfully vulnerable, because vulnerability isn't about being exposed. Vulnerability is about being super, super courageous, just being yourself. Okay. All right. I did go back to the last slide for you, but we're going to have to keep moving because of time. Okay. 2 more seconds. All right. Awesome. All right. So here's an example. I was in a toxic relationship, wasn't going well, and I found out that he wasn't being honest with me, and he wasn't necessarily cheating, but it was for me, red flags. It was kind of going there. So I suggested that we go to couples counseling. In couples counseling, this is what came up. This is why this diagram's here. What's the pattern? So step 1 was, hey, I have a string of toxic relationships where I used to get lied to and cheated on. That's the pattern. Identify the pattern. Right now in your notebook or type in the chat box, what is your pattern? Get really crystal clear in your pattern. Second was I needed to set the intention. So my intention was I want to change this. I am so done with this, right? Step 3, change the ending, but I had to find the story. So what was the story? So we went to couples counseling, and what came up in that session, because remember, this is conscious. This is like talk therapy stuff. The psychologist, psychotherapist, I can't remember who she was, helped me to uncover and unearth that the story that I had, that I was telling myself, was all men lie and cheat. Like, how on earth am I going to have a really good relationship if I have this story that all men lie and cheat? Because if I believe that all men lie and cheat, what's my antenna doing? It's going, hey, let's pick up all men that lie and cheat and then have a relationship with them. Not working, right? So you get to change the ending. So this is where you get to choose to believe what you want to believe, right? So right now, type in what you are choosing to believe. This is you changing the ending. You don't just say, I believe this, because your brain, your mind, your ego is going to go, bullshit. You don't believe this. But you tell your mind, your brain, your ego what to do. Your mind, your brain, your ego is like a puppy. You get to train it, not the other way around, right? So train your puppy, train your mind, your brain, your ego, tell it what you want. So I love it, Adriana. So remember to put in, I choose to believe, right? Because if you just say, I'm good enough, or I'm confident, or I'm sexy, or I'm powerful, or whatever, then your brain's going to go, no, you're not. And it's going to self-sabotage. Love it. Love it. High five to you. So I choose to believe, blah, change the ending. Okay. 2, identify the event, right? So step 2, remember this is going to subconscious. All right. So I am, like, amongst my other accreditations, I'm a rapid transformational therapist. I was trained by Marissa Peer, who is Britain's best therapist, and I love her to bits. And she is the therapist to like celebrities, movie stars, royalty, which is super exciting. Like, I love hearing her stories. And as a result of that training, I had a lot of sessions. So this was super, super interesting. So step 2 is all about identifying the event. So remember, you can go through this to deep meditation or hypnosis. And this is where you get to go within and trust what comes up. Right. So what does this look like? What does this feel like? I'm going to give you an example of oh my God. Okay, this is the best example. Like, till this day, this blows my mind. One of my clients, I was giving her a session, and her issue was that she had frozen shoulder, right? Frozen shoulder is when your shoulder's like kind of calcified. It's like your bones fuse and you can't really move your shoulder. So she had frozen shoulder, and that was like she couldn't do this. She couldn't type. She could type, but she couldn't move her, like put her arms like higher than this arm level. And it was driving her nuts because she's an ex-swimmer. She used to play tennis. She was like renovating her house, and she wanted to help paint her house. So she came to me, and she was meant to have surgery 3 weeks later. And what we identified was that 12 years prior to our session, she lost a baby boy. She got pregnant with twins, and at that stage, she didn't want kids. She didn't want more kids because she already had 2, and they were like self-sufficient at that age. And she was like, I don't want to deal with babies again. And she lost one of her babies during birth. So the umbilical cord tied around his neck, and she was devastated, right? So remember, everything comes down to emotions. Everything comes down to energy. So what happened was the frozen shoulder, because remember, health issues are a manifestation of negative and stuck energy, was she started to develop frozen shoulder at that stage. So 12, 13 years ago, can't remember the exact year. And it was to serve her as a reminder that she lost her son, and a reminder that he existed, because she felt really, remember emotion, she felt really, really guilty for losing him. And she felt even more guilty because she didn't even want him in the first place. And then she lost him. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So remember, go within, trust what comes up. That was the event. That was what triggered her frozen shoulder. Now, this is the craziest thing, right? I saw her 3 weeks after our session. I was like, hey, how you going? She's like, oh, I'm really sore. I'm like, why? What's happening? She's like, yeah, my shoulders are really sore. I was like, okay. Because I've been doing push-ups. And I was like, what? What the hell? Like, my jaw dropped. And she didn't need to have surgery anymore. Crazy, right? Because we release that energy. Like, this is insane. But if you think about it, yeah, illness is absolutely a manifestation of negative energy, stored negative energy. So if you're going through something, if you're experiencing something illness-wise in your life, you need to go within. Type a, like, I don't know, like a yes, if this story's blown your mind. I was the one like giving her the session. I like saw it and I was like, for me, I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. Okay, step 3, release the emotion. So you need to release the emotion. So remember, we got to find the stuck energy that's in your body or that's in your field, your aura, so your energy field around you. And if you don't understand what this means, think about this, right? Who's ever been, type a yes if this resonates with you. Who's ever walked into a room where people were arguing? It's like, oh, awkward. You can feel the tension, right? So what you're feeling is you're feeling their negative energy around their fields. You can feel the tension, okay? So if it's not released, it gets stuck. So the first thing is you got to find the stuck energy. The second thing is, what's the underlying emotion? When you name it, you claim it. So what is the underlying emotion? Is it pain? Is it, well, that's not an emotion. Is it fear? Is it sadness? Is it guilt? Is it shame? Is it anger? What is the emotion? And then you have to express it and release it, right? Now, I'm going to just like talk really quickly about this for a sec, because there's essentially 4 ways to do this, right? First way, suppress. Second way, repress. Then there's express, and then there's release, okay? So expressing your emotion is basically sharing how you feel. Now, this isn't always healthy or the best thing to do it. It depends how you do it, right? So if you're angry with someone, expressing your emotion to that person is probably not the best thing to do. Why? Because you're literally unloading your shit onto them. You're literally just going onto them. And that's literally like shifting your negative energy and like amplifying your negative energy and then putting it onto them. So it's like giving them a really bad present. So expressing your emotions in a negative, unhealthy way isn't always the answer. Repressing and suppressing your emotions isn't the answer as well. You're the only person I have found who actually talks through how to let go. Thank you. Everyone else is like, yes! Oh my God. I love you, babe. Okay, so repressing and suppressing. Basically, it's whether or not you consciously or unconsciously stuff down your emotions in a box and put it into a little black box and shove it inside of your heart, and you never, ever, ever hopefully have to deal with it. Not healthy. Not healthy. But guess what? Everyone does it. We all do it. Why? Because we are trained from childhood to do it. Think about a toddler having a tantrum in public. What does the mom say to them? Automatically, not just mom, parent, whatever, whoever's around them. Stop crying. Stop crying. What are you doing? We are literally trained from birth to suppress or repress emotions. And like, I'm Asian, culturally speaking, it's like, don't even show emotion. I'm different. I was born and raised in Australia, right? So I'm very emotional. I'm very sensitive. I'm an empath, right? So if you're super sensitive, you're super emotional, you feel other people's feelings and emotions, you're also an empath. Type in empath if you're an empath. I dare say most people on this are empaths. I attract them. I'm like an empath magnet. See? I love you guys. You're like my tribe. So, your emotions need to be released, shifted, cleared, released, or transformed, right? This is how you dig out that damn root so it doesn't come back. And when you do it, it's gone. It's amazing. It doesn't come back. I'm not going to say that you're not going to have issues for the rest of your life, because you're always going to, like, the more you up level in your life, the more stuff you're going to deal with, the more you're going to get triggered. I'm releasing content about this week, so keep an eye on my, actually type in YouTube if you want to see a YouTube video about triggers, because I wrote a blog article about it, which I'm probably going to publish in the next few days about this. YouTube. Love it. All right. So basically, you're always going to be triggered. Stuff is always going to come up, but you just need to constantly clear. Literally every day. I clear every day. I literally don't leave the house without clearing. It's like brushing my teeth. Okay, so I want to show you and tell you like my 10 years plus of self-development, and it's still going. Like, this is my life. I do this every day. And over 60K was so worth it. Why? Because I get to help beautiful people like this. And this is a live interview that I did with Tina. It's on my Facebook and I'll upload it onto my YouTube as well. And this is what we helped her do. So as you can read what's happened on the screen, but remember how I spoke about the domino effect and the weeds? The work that I do with people doesn't just affect one area of your life. Like it was so funny, right? She came to me because she wanted to work on losing weight, actually. This is what happened as a result of this. She transformed her relationship with herself, her body, her life. She started to show up super powerfully. And for me, the most proud moment as a coach, and for her, I think this is one of her most proud moments as well, was when she really stepped into loving herself and expressing herself. And she did this in one beautiful way. She sent me this voice message after she did this. She did a Facebook live of herself after she got out of the shower, towel on her head, no makeup on, and just powerfully, vulnerably shared what she was going through. And shared how incredible it is to just be authentic, and shared how it took her a long way to get to just doing that, especially as women, right? We're taught you have to look beautiful, you have to put makeup on, all this crap. Now, for her to do that was incredible. And obviously, helped in her business. She became the face of her business, which is amazing, multi-million-dollar company. But for me, the biggest thing was she learned how to really just love and be herself. And isn't that the greatest gift that you can give yourself, right? That's so freaking beautiful. And what was really, really incredible about this, and this is where the whole energy thing really honed in home for me. She didn't really know what I did, right? This is when and how she decided that she wanted to work with me. I walked into a room. I said nothing. I love activewear. I was in my Lorna Jane activewear tights. If you're from Australia, you know what I mean. It's these fancy brand of tights that I love. And my Doc Martens, my vegan Doc Martens, I'm vegan. So I was in this crazy outfit with a fake leather jacket on. I was in this outfit, and I was taking off my boots, and Doc Martens take a little while to take off. I didn't say anything because I was busy taking off my shoes and my coat. And she decided then and there that she needed to work with me. Guys, energy is everything. Everything. And look at the results. Crazy. Okay, so I want to tell you that this process, this whole thing works for you if you are ready, willing, and not just able, but determined to make a difference, to actually change your life. And it changes your life in crazy ways. And I want to share with you, this doesn't just work for famous TEDx speakers, radio celebrities, high-end coaches like Tina. No, this works for everyone. This was a comment left on my page from Brady. Oh my God, such a gorgeous girl. So she had massive, massive anxiety to the point where she couldn't leave the house unless she was with someone, right? And she was pregnant, and she was at home, no air conditioning, in 30-degree heat. It was summertime in Brisbane, Australia, right? Which is I don't know what Fahrenheit is with degrees, but it's super freaking hot, and no aircon. And then so we did one session. We helped her release the underlying emotions, the energy that was keeping her rooted in this anxious cycle. And as you can see, the next day she went for a walk to the shops by herself, which was freaking amazing, right? So happy for her. This is so incredible. Love it. Okay, so this is a big one. So please take notes at this stage. All right. You have to make space to receive more. So at the moment, so type out yes if you have any of these beliefs that are on the page. I can't do it. I don't know how. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve it. I'm not smart enough. I'm unworthy. I'm too different. I don't fit in. I don't belong. I'm not allowed to. Or I can't have what I want. Pretty much everyone, right? So now imagine that you are your body, your field is like a jar, right? So you're this pretty jar filled with all these, I think they're M&Ms or Smarties, whatever, filled with all of these things. Now, you only have a certain amount of space in your body, in your field, in your life. So what you need to do is you need to pick out all the crappy flavors that you don't like. Get rid of all the crap from your jar so you have space to receive more. Because you cannot and will not receive what you truly deeply desire if you are holding on to things that are not serving you. Beliefs, stories, negative, stuck, or foreign energy. Now, what do I mean by foreign energy? Guys, you're all empaths, right? I'm guessing that most of you are empaths here. You're an energy sponge, right? Type a yes if you're an energy sponge. I'm kind of rolling my eyes because I'm like, yeah, we all are. So the energy that you pick up, it's not just yours. The stories that you're picking up, they're not just yours. They're foreign. They belong to someone else. So you need to get rid of this crap, this negative, foreign, stuck energy, stories, beliefs that is not serving you, that is not currently serving you. At 3 years old, it might have served you. At 10 years old, it might not served you, might have served you. But right now, it's not serving you. So you need to make space to receive more. Type in space if this is resonating with you. Space. I love it. Seriously, I'm loving you guys so much. Type of love. You can feel my love. Sending it to you. Okay. So what's to stop you from having? So by not creating and making space to receive what you want, it's stopping you from having the relationships, the purpose, the wealth, and the health that you want. Oh, love back to you. Oh my God. Oh. A hug. But I want to tell you that you can absolutely transform your life. If I can do it, if Tina can do it, if Brody can do it, if Jody can do it, if you'll see some more testimonials later, if all of my clients and I can do it, and trust me, I was a red hot mess, then you can absolutely do it as well. But I want to tell you that there is a way easier way than doing it on your own and wasting. I'm not saying it was a waste, but the time, without wasting tens of thousands of dollars and years on this. Like, it was a worthwhile investment for me, but I would definitely not wish that journey upon anyone because it took me a long time and a lot of money, right? And you don't have to waste the time doing the things that don't necessarily work, right? And this is a list of stuff that a lot of people do. A lot of people spend a lot of time and money on that don't actually get down to releasing the energy. Therapy, coaching, psychologists, healers, studying courses, affirmations, journaling, taking massive action. There's an easier way than doing all of that and doing all of that consistently. So if you're here because you've been trying or you're just starting the journey and you are doing all of these things and you're not seeing and getting the results that you want, it's because you need to do all the 3 levels. You need to do conscious work, subconscious work, and release the energy and release the emotions. And that's how you can actually transform your life. That's how you can have permanent change and have results like me, where I have like nice skin and I can get into a bikini every day I was going to say week, but yeah. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that because you have no idea how much I hated my body. Okay, so I want to know, are you ready, right? Are you ready? Because it all starts with desire and intention. So are you ready to focus on what you want? Are you ready to turn your antenna to focus on what you want and to receive what you want, to make space for what you want? So are you ready to feel free, light, loved, happy, at peace, content, confident, abundant, focused, driven, and for me, like probably the most important one, aligned? Aligned. Type a yes if you are. Oh my God, you guys are so cute. Yes, pretty please. I love you all so much. And how amazing is this to be in a room full of empaths? So beautiful, right? Type in beautiful if you think this is so beautiful. Okay. So this story, this testimonial / comment that was left on my page was from, I know, it's so gorgeous, right? Soulmate Tribe, yes. So I worked with this lady who's also, she's kind of like a coach and healer. She does tapping, EFT, emotional freedom technique. So I worked with her and her 2 children. So this was like insane, the results that we got from this one, right? So basically she had a lot of blocks about showing up and delivering her gifts to the world. Now the lady does lives, Facebook lives, shares everything, like sexual abuse, like everything with the world daily. Has no issues with speaking her truth now. And two things was, I worked with both of her children. One of her children was suicidal she was so young. When did I work with her? She was 9. And the other child had autism. And like, I was blown away by this. So he was 5 years old when I worked with him. So I'm like, check this out. Working with a 5-year-old that has autism via Zoom. She's in London. I was in Australia at the time. I was like, I don't know how this is going to go, but let's give it a go, right? Because I wanted to help her. And she was super struggling because he would like have the biggest fit before going to school every day. She didn't want to go to school, didn't want to talk to anyone, didn't want to like leave the house, like didn't want to get changed. Like it was hard work. Plus she was dealing with her own stuff and her daughter. Like it was like a madhouse, and not in a good way. And after this, like I love this. After the first week of listening to the hypnosis, so I did a full like energy healing hypnosis. Like basically what I do is, because I've studied so many different things, I do what's right for you, and I fuse stuff together so it feels right for you, right? Like I don't subscribe to one kind of healing methodology, because I don't believe in that. I believe in following intuition, following guidance, and doing what's right for the person in front of me. So I did kind of like a little fusion of things for him. And oh my God, this was like I was so happy to hear this. As you can see, like after the first week of listening to like the recording and after the session that we only had one session together, he got Star of the Week for being sociable in the playground. Like I'm not crazy, like I'm like awards are nice. What I was super, super happy with was, and what literally like made my heart explode was he made friends. And that's what he wanted. Remember, it's all about the outcome. I was like, Adi, what do you want? Do you want to make friends? He's like, yeah, I want to make friends. I would love to make friends. I was like, oh, so cute, so cute. Okay, anyway, side story. All right, so let me ask you a question. I want to know, do you want to know how to do this the easy way? Type in easy if you want to know how to do this the easy way. I'm having so much fun with you guys. I love you all so much. Easy, of course. Easy, 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 easy. I love it. You guys are amazing. I'm just sending you all so much love right now. Okay. Oh, easy peasy, please. Love that. Oh, you're amazing. Oh, it makes me emotional. I want to cry. Like happy tears, happy tears. Okay. So, roadmap to success. There's now, where you are now. What's the next step? What you can do later on, and what is the vision, right? So basically, I want to get you to your vision. I want to get you to not just your vision. I found this image, otherwise I would add this in. But I want to get you to your vision beyond the vision. Now, what is your vision beyond the vision? Your vision beyond the vision is if you already were at where you want to be, what would be your next step? What would you want then, right? Like, isn't that sexy? Isn't that like fun to think about? So how do you do this? You need to do 3 things. You need to heal from the past and let go of what's not serving you, right? This is what this workshop's all about. Second step, you need to love and accept yourself, up-level your self-worth and self-belief, so you really love, embrace, trust yourself to just be yourself. Like, I'm so passionate about just being yourself, right? Because you are an infinite being. You are someone, you are love, and you are abundance. That's our natural state. That's our natural infinite state. You think about babies. When babies are born, they love attention. They're just bundles of love. We're like puppies, right? Like puppies are just pure love. Babies are just pure love. That is your natural state. So literally all you need to do is peel, like you're an onion, peel off all the layers so you return back to your natural state. Let down all your walls, crumble down all your walls, all these like shitty shields that you've put up around you to protect you, to keep you safe, so that you can return back to your natural state of just being love and abundance. And then step 3 is embrace your intuition, because guys, you're super powerful empaths. Being an empath is a blessing, not a curse. And what I super specialize in is helping you unleash your superpowers so that you turn all your empathic abilities, so being super sensitive, super emotional, into your freaking superpowers. And what that translates into is you really, really, really living a life of alignment with ease and flow, where things When divine synchronicities happen, I'm like super excited. I can't even talk. So divine synchronicities happen to you at the right time, and your life becomes magical. But it's all about vibration, right? I'm gonna share with you it was like a little, like, this is what my life is like, and it's so beautiful and amazing. But I was rollerblading by the beach the other night, and I love rollerblading by the beach. Like, it's what helps me to feel free, raising my vibration. It's amazing. So type in something that raises your vibration right now that you're going to do after this, because I want you to raise your vibration. I want you to have what you want, right? And like, I've been doing the same route for a little bit, and I was like with my friend who's kind of like learning, and like I love it a bit, but I was getting a little bit bored of like going up and down the same street. So I had I set out the intention, the desire, and I was like, I just want to have fun. I want more fun. And then I just let it go, right? I let it go. Oh, love it. I love what you guys are going to do. And I kid you not, within like seconds, this guy, like, he's on a tuk-tuk. Rides his bike with like people behind him, like on a tuk-tuk. It's like I don't know, tuk-tuk with a bike. Comes up to us, stops us. Never happened to me before in my life. And he says, hey, and he speaks English. And like, I'm in Spain, so like most people speak Spanish. And he speaks perfect English. And he was like, hey, do you want to ride on the back of this? And I've seen people do this before, and I've always wanted to do it, but I've never asked. So basically what he was inviting us to do was like hang on to the back, like on our rollerblades, and he just goes super fast, and we go super fast down the street by the beach. So fun. And then he like stops, and then, you know, you kind of slow down. And I looked at him like, yes, I've been wanting to do this for ages, because I saw someone doing it the other night. And then we stop. And then like, we say goodbye, and I looked at my friend and I was like, I literally just asked for something fun. I wanted something fun. And that's when you know that life is in alignment, right? And that's a small example. Like, I have loads of other stories, but it's when everything feels easy and it feels right, and things fall into place, and magical divine synchronicities happen to you at just the right place and just the right time. That's what alignment is. Type in alignment if you'd love life to be like that. So fun, so beautiful. Okay, so here are some other real life results. This is alignment. I love that so much. This is Nancy. I love Nancy's. I love my clients are my soulmate tribe. Like, these are people that I love and adore, and that I would go on holidays with. Like, that's my definition of soulmate tribe, right? Because I figure if you can go on holidays with someone, you have to really love them and you have to like love them that much, right? So this is Nancy. She is also a fellow, she's like a powerhouse, man. She is like beautiful inside and out. Love specialist, female empowerment specialist, psychotherapist. And this is what we worked on with her. We worked on self-love and self-belief, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what presenting issue it is, whether it be relationships, health, money, whatever. It all comes down to self-love. It all comes down to empowering you to love yourself, be yourself, express yourself, and really importantly, trust yourself, right? So that's what I helped with her. And it was just so incredible. Like, now she is about to, I think she's finished writing her book. I don't know when it's going to get published, but she's about to launch a TV show. Crazy. Okay, so I want to tell you that it doesn't have to be hard anymore. You can get off this damn hamster wheel, and you can pull out the weeds that are keeping you stuck. Type in excited if you're excited for that. You're like, yes, I cannot wait to pull out these weeds. I'm done with them plaguing my life. Excited. Oh my God. I love it. Okay. And here's Chris. I kind of wanted to put this into balance a little bit, because I have a lot of testimonials from women. This is, so, you know, funny story with this. Chris is actually Tina's husband. So Tina worked with me and then referred her husband, Chris. And like I said, guys, it all comes down to self-love and loving, expressing yourself. And Chris isn't a famous coach like the other clients. He's a construction worker and firefighter. And this was like, for me, this was so incredibly beautiful, because everything that I taught him and I coached him on, he passed on to his children. And on my website, I don't think I've uploaded onto YouTube yet. You can, if you want to watch, you can watch his testimonials. And he talks about like how as a result, like one of the things that we started doing together was he started to implement these beautiful family traditions in his home. So he's teaching his kids everything that I'm teaching him, because like I honestly believe if we were all taught how to love ourselves, how to be ourselves from day one, like imagine what kind of world we'd live in, right? Like it would be so incredibly beautiful. So this is what we went through with Chris, and it's just, I love this because I love the fact that he feels lighter. Like, you know, like as empaths, like how heavy do you feel all the freaking time and drained? Oh my God, type of heavy if you feel this way a lot. So feeling lighter is just like, it's like enlightenment. It's like, yes, I just want to feel light. I just want to feel light. I just want to feel free. Yeah, totally. Okay. So what I'm inviting you to do, and this is a special gift that I'm giving you because I am super busy and I don't have that much time. So I am inviting you to book a free breakthrough session with me. And my team is going to put the link in the chat. Now, what is this breakthrough session about? All right. So in this breakthrough session, we go through three things. We go through, what are you struggling with in life at the moment? Then we go through, what is your vision, and what is your vision beyond the vision, right? What we just spoke about. And then we go through, how can I help you get there? How can I make this easier for you? Because remember, we went through the hard way and the easy way, and I don't want you to spend 10 years plus working through your crap like I did. I want you to get there now. I want to be able to help you so you can not just help yourself, but you can raise the vibration of the planet. You can help everyone in your life around you, and you can make a bigger difference in this world, because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about making a difference. I even have it tattooed on my arm. I have 2 tattoos. One is I am enough, and the other one is make a difference. And I honestly truly believe that if we all gave ourselves permission to love ourselves, be ourselves, and express ourselves, then we honestly inspire everybody else to do so, right? And we can make a bigger difference in this world together. And it's all about raising the vibration of not just ourselves, but of the planet. Because when we raise the vibration of ourselves, we're also raising the vibration of the planet. So in this free breakthrough session, we're going to go through these 3 things. Now, I'm going to like put a disclaimer out there, right? Now, beautiful. Thank you. So book this session only if you are ready, willing, able, and determined to change and transform your life and invest in yourself and your transformation. But if you want to stay stuck with having the blue pill and you want to stay stuck in your life and you don't want to transform your life, then please don't book a call. Like, I want to work with people and I want to help people, only people who literally want to transform your life and are ready, willing, and able to invest in yourself. And I mean time, energy, effort, and money in yourself. Why? Because let's face it, let's be honest. When you put your money where your mouth is, you actually take that step to transform, because it's not investing in me. God, no. You're investing in yourself. You're saying to yourself, I'm worth it. You're saying to yourself, I want this so much and I believe that I deserve this, that I'm going to do this for myself. And that's honestly why I've invested so much in myself, right? I love you. Catch you on Insta. Love you, Alexis. Oh my God. Thank you so much. So book a call with me if you're ready, willing, and able and determined to transform your life, and you're ready, willing, and able and determined to invest your time, energy, effort, and money in yourself to be able to do so, right? Because I want to help you transform your life. Literally, I'm not about wasting your time or mine. I want to help you completely transform and change your life and give you a life-changing experience. What if, like me, money is not available? Okay, so we can have a chat about that as well. But I'm passionate about working with people that are definitely going to change your life, like that are ready, willing, and able and determined to change your life. So I do have loads of free resources available. So my Instagram, I'm about to like blow up my YouTube. You can go on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page, and my Facebook business page as well. I just finished 7 days of powerful vulnerability where there's loads of golden nuggets in there, and I'm about to start my blog as well. So there's so much information that's available out there, And I also have a Facebook group. So I want to know who is ready. If you are, book a call in now. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time available. So book a free breakthrough session, and it's first in, first serve. So the quicker you get in the quicker you book your call, the faster you get to secure your spot. And then we get to speak. And like, we speak like this, we speak via Zoom. So it's video chat. If you really are against video, then we don't have to do it via video chat. But I honestly can't wait to help you. I honestly can't wait to start working with you. And I love you so much. And I do a couple of different things. So I have, and Michelle, this is an answer for you as well. So I work with people, clients one-on-one. I have a group program, a group coaching program. And I also have a online program. And they're all priced at different pricing points, right? Obviously, one-on-one is the highest investment. Then there's group coaching. And then there's an online program, which isn't much of an investment at all, to be honest. Like, I give you a ridiculous amount of value for the little amount that I charge, because my intention was to help a lot of people, right? So let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you're excited to change your life. So type a yes if you are, and type a yes if you're ready. So excited. Now I'm going to open this up. So if you have any questions, type them in the chat box or come off mute and ask me all the questions that you like. Oh my God, guys, I love you guys so much. So my phone, because I followed my own advice, is on flight mode. So I can't see if you're actually booking calls with me. But type in call if you want to share that you're going to book a call in with you. Book a call in with me. And then we can go through what option is best for you, whether it be one-on-one, group coaching, my online program, like whatever it is for you. What preparation do I need to make before the call comes in? When you book a call in, there will be questions there that you can answer, and that's all the prep you need. And then just make sure that you show up for the call, because guys, it's not about me, it's about you. You're showing up for yourself. You're showing up to say, yes, I say yes to myself, and I say yes to changing my life. Oh, I can't wait to speak to you guys. Honestly, this is going to be so exciting. How long is a call? 30 minutes. Good question. How do we book a call? So I love that in capitals. So there is a link here. I will put the link in again. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Sophia is my angel. She is my team member who we met synchronistically divinely. And I mean that because that was another magical synchronistic event. We just happened to walk home together one night. We work in the same co-working space, and I looked at her and I was like, hey, do you do this? And she was like, yeah, I do. And it was just a thought that popped into my head to ask her. So thank you, universe. And I love it a bit, which I tell her like every day. Okay, so what other questions do you have? I'll hang on for a few more minutes. Thank you for all your positivity and love. Oh, I love you. Please book a call, Alison. I would love to speak to you, honestly. Excited. All right, what other questions do you have? You have such a wonderful energy. I feel authenticity. Isn't that what it's all about though, right? Like, it's about being real, raw, authentic, and powerfully vulnerable. And that's your gift that you get to share with the world as well. Meg, oh, thank you. Oh, guys, I thank you for your time, honestly. I have to say, I think this is kind of my favorite session. I run quite a few of these workshops, and it's not because of me, but it's because of all you guys. I booked my call. Oh, Adriana, I cannot wait to speak with you. Great, love it. Beautiful. So don't forget, I've got low and low, medium, high. Like, I've got loads of different packages and ways to work with me. So if money is an issue, don't let it be an issue, because I'm sure I'll have something that you can most definitely are comfortable to invest yourself in. Oh, I can't wait to speak to you guys. actually literally am so excited. Like I want to cry. I'm excited. I'm feeling so much love and gratitude right now. If you're still on the call, and if you have a few minutes, let's just take a second to do this. Booking a call ASAP, love that. Hand on heart, and just like allow yourself to feel so much love and gratitude. Not for anything in particular, but just let yourself feel it. And let it expand out, bigger than you, bigger than your body, bigger than the room that you're in. Just let it expand. Bigger than the building that you're in, the city or town that you're in, the country that you're in. Just let it expand because you're unlimited, bigger than the world, and then out into the universe, knowing that there's no end, there's no limit to your love and gratitude and that feeling within, because you're unlimited. Oh my God. Odelia? Is that how you pronounce your name? I love your name. You're so welcome. Please book a call. I would love to talk to you. Okay, so as this time, and I don't think there's any more questions. Has anyone got any like last questions for me before we end this? Also, please keep in touch as well. We've got your emails now, so we'll add you to the mailing list. We'll tell you about more workshops that are coming. There is a toxic relationships workshop that we're running next week. And then I am really, really excited because I am going to do a lot more content and a workshop, or probably a master, like a workshop like this. Yes, does the call oblige you? No, absolutely not. The call doesn't oblige you to buy any packages. So the workshop that I am creating, and I will be doing it probably within the next few weeks, is all about how to become so magnetic. So you can magnetically attract what you want to you. Type in magnetic if you want to attend this workshop. This is going to be, I'm like, out of all the workshops I've done, I think I'm the most excited about this one. Magnetic, 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 magnetic. Amazing. Okay, keep an eye on your emails. We will be sending invites out for the toxic relationships workshop and the magnetic attraction workshop. Oh, I love you guys. Okay, I am sending you so, so, so much love. Big hearts to you. Type in love if you want to send love back. And I am sending you and wishing you a beautiful day or night wherever you are. You guys are honestly my favorite group, but don't tell any of the others that. Mwah! Bye. Have a beautiful day. Oh my God, you have a beautiful day. You're honestly so beautiful. I love this. I'm trying to figure out how to close this. So if you're still on and see me awkwardly trying to close this, enjoy. Oh, and there's still so many of you on. I love you guys. Mwah! Bye. Oh, wait. I need to save your emails. Oh, guys, honestly, you're very, very, very welcome. And thank you guys for spending this time with me. I am still on because I am trying to capture everyone's emails. Trying to go through this chat to capture them. I'm sure there's a quicker and smarter way to do this. This is why I have gorgeous people in my team like Sophia, who is way better at this than I am. Copy. Super fun. paste. Why are you not pasting? Ah, there we go. Kisses to you. Mwah. Bye.